What's going on, guys? So today we are going to be diagnosing a check engine light, which I know is a misfire on a Vq35de. So we're going to go in here, go ahead and see what the hell's going on. So today, while driving to work, I was at a red light and I seen my shift knob started to vibrate really bad, and turned down the music, and I looked and it was but. So I figured what it was, and check engine light started flashing. So I'm just waiting for this link. I had to figure it was a misfire. I already checked it at work today. It said I had a misfire in cylinder number 5, so I'm just coming back home. I'm gonna check on my scan tool and make sure that we're still doing it. So I know I have 2 fault codes on, and one's going to be for a purge control valve, and the other one should be for cylinder number 5. So let's find out. So looks like we're still at cylinder number 5 misfire. I'm gonna go in and I will videotape or record me changing out that. I'm gonna change it over to a different cylinder just to see and make sure that the coil pack then is going to go and misfire on cylinder number 1. So I'll see you guys in the engine bay. Alrighty, so here we are back in the engine bay. Cylinder number 5 sits right back in there. Cylinder fire order goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I am going to do is I'm going to change this coil pack down in there. Kind of hard to see. I want to change him out, put it over here at number 1, just because that's going to be easier to get to back when I do change out the coil pack, which I think it is, and then read the codes, and that'll confirm if I have a misfire on, or if it's the coil pack on cylinder number 5. This is the Vq35de motor in the 03G35. That is the purge control valve right there that it's reading code for. When I did the motor swap on the vehicle, I kind of broke the fitting back in there. It might be hard to see. It's back down there somewhere, but it's just a vacuum line that goes back down in there, but I'm just lazy as shit. So, but today, if it's cheap enough, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I'm going to go ahead and start tearing stuff apart, and I'll see you in a few. Alrighty, so I kind of forgot how easy this was going to be. All I did was just remove this vacuum line from the intake manifold, and I just put it over to the side. That cylinder number 5 coil pack right there, I'm just going to go ahead and pull that out, and like I said, switch it over here to cylinder number 1. I just got to move these wirings around. I know it looks like a rat nest. That was completely my fault. I should have took some time when I did the motor swap, but I got lazy and procrastinated, and I was like, man, I want to get this done. So I'm going to go ahead, take this off, and switch it over. Alright, so we got the coil pack out. A little bit of oil. One big thing that these VQ motors have that are common, as you can see down in there, is there is a little bit of oil that gets down in there. These seals go bad, and they're kind of a pain to do because you got to take the whole valve cover off, and the only time you can replace the spark plug cylinder gaskets is if you buy the whole valve cover, because they're built into it. Last time I checked, they're like around $200, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it swapped over. Be right back. Alrighty, guys, so I got that coil pack out. That's good. That's a really good sign. There's no oil in there. Looks like that back one just has a tidbit of oil in there. Not too concerning, but should be replaced soon. My valve cover gaskets, I think, are more leaking than anything, but so far so good. I'm gonna go ahead and change them out on inspection of the coil pack. So this is coil pack number 1 here. Everything looks good on it. You can see the spring on down there. Everything looks good. One of the big telltale signs that I've seen was this square piece right here. It was really good, and this is the coil pack that they was telling me was misfiring on it. You can see some oil on there. Like I said, that won't cause any failure, or at least right now it wouldn't. That looks good. But the biggest part that I seen was this. It looks like it melted inside or something, not too sure, but that is definitely not how it came. Another thing is I've seen some type of corrosion up top. Now that could be from anything, who knows what it is. Does it contribute to the misfire or the failure of this component? Who knows, but I'm going to go ahead and get it transferred over and go from there. We're sitting here, I'm about to erase the codes and rescan it, see what happens. Alright, so we still got the misfire happening. I'm just waiting for the check engine light to pop on. Give it time for the computer to read everything. I did erase all the codes, so I'm just waiting to see what is going on. I'm sure you can hear it. It does idle, but it, I don't know if you can hear it. It sounds like shit. Yeah. So, I've been killing my gas mileage. So, we'll wait for it to pop on and go from there. Alright, I'm just waiting for the check engine light to come back on. It still has not came on, as you can hear. Got misfire, so I'm just waiting. And right now it's still reading no code, but obviously there is. I'm not sure why it's not coming on just yet. Alright, so still no code present. I'm gonna go drive around. Maybe that will make the check engine light come on a little bit quicker. So the check engine light did come on, flashed, and then went away. So I'm gonna try to wait for it to come back on. I'm still gonna go drive. It still idles, there ain't nothing crazy. It's not fluctuating, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so as you can see, it is blinking. I believe it's gonna stay on, so I'm gonna turn back home and get over there. On the other end, my car sounds like Boxster right now. I don't know if you guys could hear that. It sounds like shit. Alright, let me not beat on this. If anybody's concerned or wondering, this is the scan tool that I'm using right now. Works great, love it. I mean, can't really complain too much. It's good to go. So we're going to go ahead and scan and see what the car is reading now. If my predictions are correct, we will be reading cylinder number 1 misfire, or if it changes over and I'm completely wrong on my spark plug cylinder firing order, at least it will change over. And if we are still having misfire in cylinder number 5, then we're not doing so well. So let's see what happens. Alright guys, so here we are back in the diagnostics menu. We're going to go ahead and read codes. If you went and click on stored codes, I don't think it's going to be stored because I haven't been driving for that long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the pending codes, and if I'm right, there it is. I was cylinder number 1 misfire, so I do now know that it is the coil pack. I'm going to step outside of the car and show you how to determine whether it's a coil pack or a spark plug. Alright, so a lot of you guys are probably wondering, how do you know that it's not just a spark plug and the coil pack? So as before, I changed out cylinder number 5 coil pack over to cylinder number 1 coil pack. Now, as we can see, I was right on there. If you want to determine whether it's a spark plug or not, what you do is, and this is if you have a coil pack system, you would take off this coil pack here. You can put it on any other spark plug coil pack that you want to. Then you would also take out that spark plug, and then you would go and select any spark plug other than the spark plug that you put your coil pack onto, and change it out with one that's not reading any misfiring codes. So if I went and took the spark plug out of this one, placed it in this spark plug here, and put this spark plug and put into that one, and we were having a misfire for cylinder number, this one would be 3, then you would then realize it would be a spark plug and not the coil pack. So I am going to run down to the nearest auto fart store and get it changed out. See you guys later. Alright, what seemed to feel like an eternity later, I had to go to the hub store, which is a little bit further away, to get this. I really wanted to get the Hitachi one. I've used other coil packs and they just always crapped out on me a couple weeks later. Hitachi is an OEM replacement for Infinity, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But, yep, this is it right here. So we're going to be installing it. And, hopefully no more misfire. Alright, I'm sorry I really didn't, include too much of me actually doing the, install. But, a little bit harder when you got one hand and it's dark out. But it's pretty much finished. I know I'm kind of using overkill with this big of a fucking ratchet, but it is what it is. My 1/4 inch, I don't have a 1/4 inch extension, unfortunately, but yeah. So like I said, I'll highly recommend Hitachi. I mean, you don't have to if you're hurting for money. I mean, this was only 81 bucks at AutoZone. Not too bad, but I don't like really putting cheap stuff on my car, so we're gonna go back into the seat and erase the codes, clear it, and turn it back on, and should be good to go. Alright, so here we are again, and we are going to go in and erase any codes that may or may not be there. Alright, so if we read the codes, like I said, nothing in the stored ones, but if we go to the pending codes, we still have that cylinder number 1 misfire, so we're going to get out of here, and we're going to erase the codes. Alright, so that's all done. I am going to see if we can turn this car on and hopefully have no more misfire. So, got it out of gear. Oh, purring like a kitten. Purring like a kitten. So we're good to go.
No more misfire?
No more misfire.
Yeah.
Alright guys. Sorry I don't have the engine running right now. Kind of late at night. I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. It did fix the problem. Car's running great. I love it. If you guys want to know, that's my Instagram right there. Please feel free to follow me if you want. Completely up to your choice. If you guys want to see other types of videos or anything like that, just let me know. If you watch this video, cool. If not, whatever. I know it's kind of lengthy, and I've talked and rambled on a bunch. I know some people want a descriptive video about it all. Feel free to, if you want to see anything else about Infinities and G35s or anything like that, I'll try to do my best. Please like, comment, subscribe. That'll be great. And see you next time. Peace.